Exercise 6. In this exercise, we take a look at some of the functionality with CREO and creating two-dimensional drawings from your 3D models. So let's go ahead and go to Open, and from the CREO or CAD 105 Basics sample files, find Exercise 6, the part, and hit Open. Once the part file is in, let's now go to File, New, and select Drawing, and call this E6. Go ahead and call it E6 and hit OK. At this point, it's going to give you the ability to use templates or empty with format or empty. You can use any of these templates, especially just the A underscore drawing or B. However, if you're in the classroom environment, let's go with our empty with format and browse and find the A format and hit Open and hit OK. I just need to resize this to fit the screen. This is just due to the recording software I have. Okay, and now we can see that we have a template. Let's go ahead and insert our very first part. You could either right click on the screen, you just have to hold it down for about 2 seconds, and there's the ability to go ahead and insert a general view, or you could just go up here to general view. Just hit no combined state, hit OK, and now left click to drop in a view. Now when you drop in the first view, you get this dialog box, and it allows you to change some things around. First of all, we want a front view orientation, so just double click on front. And secondly, if we go to scale, it's a little bit on the small size. It tries to automatically use an algorithm that fits it to where it can fit the 3 views nicely within the drawing size given. But let's go and bump that up a little bit to 0.2. And you can hit apply. You'll see it will increase the scale. Then go to view display. Instead of following the format of shaded, let's go with no hidden. And the tangent edge display, set that to phantom and hit apply. And now you could go ahead and hit close. Now if you zoom up to this view, go ahead and click on that scale. We don't really need that, so just hit delete on that scale text. And if we want to move this view, you have to go over here to the left, upper left, to lock view movement. It actually turns off the lock that was on there. But I'm sorry, I reversed it. I had to click on it again to turn it on and then off again. Alright, so here we could just grab it and drag it anywhere you like. Now what we're going to do is, while that view is still selected, go to projection. Click on projection and drag off this view here. You could go ahead and click on this view again, go to projection, drag off a top view. Okay. And now over here, somewhere in the open area there, just right click and we'll insert a general view again. Just hit OK. Left click to drop it. And we do want the isometric view that we're getting there. And again, under scale, if you want, you could use a custom scale. Just remember to delete the note afterwards if you want to. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and hold Control. Click on the 3 views that are shaded, holding Control, and then release Control, and then right mouse button click on one of them. And actually, that's not exactly what I wanted here. Hold on a second. Hold Control, select all 3, and then double click on one. And then over here, you'll get the drawing view options. And we could go ahead and select no hidden and go with the center phantom lines. Hit apply. It didn't take on that one, so we'll just help it along here. No hidden phantom. Then you could go ahead and move that up out of the way. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to create a section view with this. So for section views, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and turn on your datum display, so your plane here. Now you can create the section view from the model or right here. There's 2 ways. If you want to create it here, just zoom in and out, zoom up on this with those datum planes on, and you could go ahead and we'll unfold a view So go to projection, click on this view and drag it up. And then go ahead and double click on it. Find sections, 2D cross section, hit the little plus symbol, and over here you have some options. Just hit done, type in A for section A, hit the green check mark, and now select this front plane that appears over here, the actual text, and hit apply. And you should see the cross hatching appear in here. Under view states, actually I think we're good. We could go ahead and just hit close. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, view display. Make sure it's set to no hidden and tangent edges phantom. And then you can turn off your planes. If you leave the planes on, they will print out on your drawing. Once you zoom out, it will actually change the actual geometry there. Go ahead and relocate this section AA text. If you want to change the hatching, you could double click on actually any line of the crosshatch. Brings up this menu over to the right, and you could change the angle, the spacing, the offset, different options. Alright, now we're going to go ahead. We need to add the section arrow. So you click up here, select the view. Oops, actually, did not want that. Let me double click on that. Thinking the wrong thing here. Click on this view, the section view, then right mouse button click and add arrows. Click on the view you want to add the arrows to. If you need to adjust these, you can always grab the arrowhead and drag them in so they're not so wide. And align those. Okay, the next type of view we want to add is an auxiliary view. Find the auxiliary view tool up here, select this edge, drag off an auxiliary view. Again, under view display, and this could be set up as a template so you don't have to set these up each time, but right now it's good practice. There's our auxiliary view. Alright, as far as views go, that's about it that I wanted to go through right now. Oh, there's detail view. Can't forget the detail view. Let's go ahead and click on detail. You click in the region that you want to add a detail view, like on an edge, and then click at the 12 o'clock and go all the way around counterclockwise till the 3 o'clock, and then middle click, and it will create that circle there. Now left click to drop the view in. Again, rearrange the text. Make sure no views are overlapping any of these things. Okay, now as far as dimensioning goes, you can add dimensions like the way we've been adding for the last semester, and that's under the Annotate tab. And so, for example, we have dimension, and you could just select edges here, top to bottom, then middle click, and it drops it in. And then on the menu manager, just hit return. Now we see that that added a dimension, but there's another way you could add dimensions too. You could retrieve dimensions. Let's make a little bit more room. Now, if you go to Show Model Items, a little flashlight here, you could click on that. And then you have the ability to show all different types of things, datums, and surface finish symbols, and things like that. That could have been added into the model during its creation. But in this case, we just want to click on this view, and we'll see dimensions appear. Some of them we want, some we don't want. Like here, I can just click on what you don't want, or actually click on what you do want, I should say. So we'll take that, we'll take the 4.75, we'll take the 34 degrees, and that's about it. You could go ahead and hit apply. And cancel. So there they are. If you don't want an extra dimension, you can always click and delete it. But this is kind of a nice way of dropping in dimensions that you might want to see on your print. If you double click on a dimension, you have the ability to change its properties. You could add tolerance display, which actually you have to set that up too for it to show in the little options there. And then under here, there's different types of options. You could add text. You could change the note style, things like that. Now, if you want a dimension located in a different view, that might be more adequate. Like, for example, this view. Maybe I want that 34 degrees in there. I could go ahead and click on the dimension one time, then right-click, and there's an option to move items to view. Now, you can't see it. It's off your screen here, but it's just underneath. So I click on Move Items to View, and then select the view I want it in, and it will move it. Alright, now adding some additional views. For example, if you go to the Dimension tool, if you click one time on an edge, and then middle click, it drops it in as a radius, if it's a radial object. If you click two times on an edge, and then middle click, it'll show it as a diameter. It's a little hard to get used to initially, but it comes out eventually. It's not too bad. Then you could move these around. Just middle click a couple times or click on layout, and it will allow you to move the dimensions. Alright, now to add notes, go to annotate, and there's the note tool. And we'll just click in this lower left corner. Actually, this the menu manager appears, and we can say we don't want a leader, and we just want to hit make note. Click where you want to drop the note, and then go ahead and type in the value. In this case, I'll call it exercise 6. Hit the green check mark and hit enter on your keyboard. Then on the menu manager, when you're done, just hit done and return. And that completes making some of the basic drawing tools, or using some basic drawing tools in here. There are options down here for adjusting the scale. Actually, if you want to change the scale across the board, you can double click on that and type in a different value. And that completes this exercise.